Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm covering the 11 things I am most excited about ordering from the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale. This is a new video to me this year. Usually I just do my general coverage, but this year I also wanted to do a video sharing my order. I do have a whole blog post covering every single thing I ordered, but today I'm just focusing in on the 11 items that I am most excited about. So I hope you guys enjoy this and let's get started. Okay, so jumping straight in at number one, and I think this is probably the item that I'm both most excited about and also most uncertain about as well. It is the Halogen blazer, and as soon as I saw this, I fell in love. I thought it was so gorgeous. It is definitely more on the expensive side though, and I think this is the most expensive item in my entire order. I do hopefully think it's going to be worth the price because Halogen is an amazing brand. They do have really nice quality items. I own a few pieces of clothing from them already and I absolutely love them. And so I thought this one might be worth the splurge. It is this beautiful kind of black and beige houndstooth design. It has a slightly exaggerated shoulder and it is more of a crop style. I think this has the potential to be absolutely gorgeous. I definitely have mixed experiences with ordering high-end blazers from the Nordstrom sale. Last year I ordered a pink one and it was a complete disaster. Like, I didn't even show it on my channel, like that's how bad it was. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this one is going to be more successful, but this is definitely the item that I think I'm most excited about. Next up is a skirt from Halogen, and as soon as I saw the skirt I just thought it was so incredibly beautiful. It is a true midi skirt style and it has a brown check on a black background. It's quite an oversized check. It looks to be an A-line skirt and I just thought this was so striking and beautiful. I do have quite a few items from Halogen in my wardrobe already, and generally I find them to be very high quality, really well designed, and they've really lasted quite well as well. And Halogen, more than any other brand I think during the anniversary sale this year, has really impressed me with the items. I have quite a few pieces from them in this video and I just absolutely love what they're coming out with, so I'm crazy excited about this skirt. Hopefully it will be just as nice in person, but definitely one that I'm really excited about. Coming in at number 3 is a slightly more structured top, and I feel like this is probably a little bit more fashion forward than you usually get from the end sale, but I love this. I think it's so smart looking. It does feature another check, but this one is much more of a fine check and it has a really nice kind of light brown colorway, and I just thought this was so cool. You do have slightly thicker straps, I'd say kind of like a medium width, and then you also get that great button detail all the way down the front, and it is a fitted one which is slightly longer. I thought it was so chic, very different, kind of reminds me of like old school Dior, obviously at a much lower price point, and I just love this. I think it's going to look great with some faux leather leggings and maybe a leather skirt. Hopefully it will be as nice in person, and I am super excited about this. I think this was one of the first items I actually added to my basket. It was just an instant love and I'm just so excited to receive it. Coming in at number 4 are Marc Fisher heels, and I do already have a pair of Marc Fisher heels. I bought them a few years ago from the end sale that year, and to be honest they weren't a great buy for me because I feel like the sizing on Marc Fisher is a little bit off, or at least it was on that pair, so I've not really been able to wear those that much because they are a smidge big, but the ones I got were a much lower heel, whereas I feel like this is going to be a more flattering shoe in general, and hopefully I'll get the right size this time. But it is a really beautiful style, kind of similar to the Jean Vito Rossi heels, which I absolutely love, but at a much more affordable price point. It does have a block heel and it has a square toe, but it's not really blunt, and I feel like some square toes can be a little bit unflattering, whereas this has a nice rounded shape to it even though it is a square toe, so I do think it's going to be very flattering on both the foot and the leg. It came in a whole bunch of different colors. I just went for this really beautiful kind of taupe light grey colour, hopefully very neutral, but they had so many different shades. I saw black, I think I saw a deep red, just quite a few different colours, and I love the design of this. And one of those items which you will be able to wear with so many things. I know I get so much use out of my suede pumps, so hopefully it will be the same with these. Coming in at number 5 are Lunya pajamas, and I have no idea if I said that brand correctly. If it's wrong and you know, let me know in the comment section below. But I have had a pair of their PJs on my wish list for so long. I'm on their newsletter and everything, like I've subscribed to them, but I just haven't pulled the trigger. And I saw they were included in this year's end sale and I got really excited. So I went for the pale pink ones. I think there's one other colour. I of course went for the pale pink ones, but I just think these are gorgeous, and I'm a big believer in really luxurious loungewear and sleepwear because I do spend quite a bit of my time in it, so I want to feel good even in my pajamas, and I just think these are so cute, really kind of elegant looking even for pajamas. So hopefully the quality will be good. As I said, I've not tried anything from the brand before, but it has definitely been a wishlist item for me, so fingers crossed that they work out. Next up are the Acquis hair drying towels, and again, I'm not sure if I said that brand correctly. If you know, let me know. But I already own one of their kind of standard towels. I absolutely love it, and I know what you're probably thinking if you've not tried these before, like it's just a towel, but they're not. They have some kind of magical hair drying properties. They really make your hair so silky and soft. They reduce breakage, they reduce static, and they're just incredible. So my one is looking a little bit tired now, and I've also really wanted to try their hair wraps. I was so excited to see this included in the end sale. So this is a double pack, so you get 2 of their hair wraps. I'm hoping it's going to be big enough to hold all of my hair because I do have quite a lot of hair. That's one thing I do find about my towel, is that it's difficult to kind of position it so it does cover all the hair that I have. So I'm hoping that's not going to be a problem with these, but they are really great. I've given these as gifts and they always go down so well, and it's just one of those things which you don't need until you try it, and then you're like, where has this been all of my life? And next up is another Halogen piece, and this is one of their cowl neck tops, and it has been many years since I wore a cowl neck, but if the trend is coming back, I am here for it because I love this new design. I think it is absolutely beautiful. I did see quite a few different variations of this top included in the end sale, some plain versions, some different coloured versions. I went for the deep red wine version, so it is a check and it has this beautiful berry colour. I thought it was so beautiful, and I think this is going to look great with everything from a simple pair of denim to a nice pencil skirt. Really nice for autumn, but also the upcoming holiday season, and I just thought this was beautiful. And now for a blazer, and this is the Good American blazer that was featured. So this is the, I think it's the Fit and Flatter blazer. I think that's a play on fit and flare, but it is a fairly strong silhouette. It's this beautiful blue color, and it looks to be quite a long one with a belted tie. It looks to be very nicely cut, and I do have a few pieces from Good American already. I've been really impressed with the quality and also the cuts. Always really nice, and always a little bit different in terms of the actual like structure and design. I just thought this looked amazing. I did also order a pair of Good American jeans, which I am really excited about, and I thought this would make a really beautiful combination. I am still loving my skinny jeans, and I think with something like this, which is a little bit long line, I think that is the perfect combo, and I just thought this was really sharp looking. So hopefully it won't disappoint. Hopefully it will be as good as some of the other pieces I tried, but I thought it looked really nice, and I didn't think the price was too bad. Next up is a bit more of a spendy one, but I did order the Vince cropped sweater. So it's not cropped in terms of the kind of length, but it is a slightly short sleeve one, I guess kind of the same length as the top that I'm wearing. And I am a firm believer that sweaters with a shorter sleeve length are completely underrated. I think they're a really nice one to wear when the weather does get a little bit colder. I always think they're so elegant to wear with a nice midi skirt. Also really nice to team with a pair of jeans. And in general, I find them to be very useful, but the ones I have do tend to be all quite short sleeve, so I like the fact that this was a little bit longer without being a full length. I do have kind of mixed experiences with Vince as a brand, particularly from the end sale, but this one looks to be very nicely fit, at least on the model, and I do properly examine the clothes I'm ordering on the models because they don't always look that great, or sometimes you can kind of spot things, whereas this one looked really nice. So hopefully this will be a purchase that I love rather than regret, because it's definitely a little bit more on the pricey side, but I thought it would be a really useful one in my wardrobe for the coming colder months. And next up are a pair of sneakers, and I almost always buy a pair of Nike sneakers from the end sale. It's like a yearly tradition is when I buy a new pair of sneakers for myself, and usually I just love the Nike ones on offer. Not this year though. Like, I looked at the ones they had and initially I was like, oh great, there's like a pale pink colorway, I'll probably get those. But then I properly looked at the design and it was kind of clunky and chunky, and I just didn't think that I'd love them in real life. So I began to look at some of the other styles they had on offer, and then I spotted this one, which is a beautiful pale blue shoe. I had never heard of the brand. They're called AllBirds, but I mentioned them to Dan and he had heard of them. Apparently it's like a running joke that all tech entrepreneurs wear these shoes. I had never heard of these, but they look really nice and sleek, very minimal. They have pretty good reviews in terms of some of the other styles. So hopefully these will be very, very comfortable, and I do really love the slightly more minimal look. I just felt like the Nike ones had a bit too much going on, whereas these actually looked very sleek and streamlined, and I love the baby blue color. So hopefully these will be good. I have no experience with the sizing, but yeah, fingers crossed they work out, but I am super excited to give this brand a try. And now for some sweaters, and sweaters are always such a big thing for the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale. It's when a lot of people I know stock up on some colder weather favorites, and that is no exception for me. I went ahead and ordered a couple of different varieties from Caslon and also Treasure and Bond, which tend to be my go-to brands for more affordable but still really, really nice sweaters. And I particularly gravitate towards these brands because I feel like the fabrics are very soft, but from past experience they also wash and wear very well as well, because it is one thing going for something that's really soft and snuggly, but if it doesn't wash well, then what's the point? Whereas my experience with both Caslon and Treasure and Bond is that they do both very, very well. So from Treasure and Bond, I went for this slightly more oversized sweater. It kind of has a speckled effect, really cute. I have something similar from them that I bought 2 years ago, still going strong and in regular rotation for me. And then I went for two different varieties from Caslon. Their cardigan is also really great as well, but this year I got two crew necks, just really nice kind of simple ones, slightly more fitted options, but I thought these were really nice, and hopefully the fabrics will be just as good as previous years. I obviously covered the items I am most excited about ordering in this video, but if you wanted some tried and tested recommendations, then I will link the other video that went up earlier today, and that covers items which I have owned and loved for quite a while, and I would absolutely recommend checking out if you are shopping this year's sale. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.